I flew all the way to Dubai for free because WhiteRock, a crypto company, wanted to prove to me that they were not a scam. But after I flew there, getting ready to go on their yacht party, being harassed by two other influencers going on the yacht party, insisting I have to quit being an influencer and stop recording, my gut was telling me that something was wrong. So let's highlight all the things that are weird right now. I was brought here as an influencer, and I was told I could record the entire event while I was there. The whole point of being there is to create content and get my questions answered. Today was the yacht party. This was the day I was supposed to get content. We had a meeting scheduled at WhiteRock at 2:30 p.m. the next day. That's when I was supposed to meet everyone and get my questions answered. But now I'm being told that there will be no recording allowed on the yacht. The yacht was supposed to leave at 4 p.m. With traffic, I ended up getting there close to 3:45. At this point, it's 4 p.m. I even asked Max, isn't the yacht leaving? And he said the yacht would wait for us, which seemed weird in my mind. I was only trying to make the yacht party. I wasn't hell-bent on going, as I had highlighted in my previous videos. It was clearly painted as an optional thing to attend. But now the entire yacht and everyone involved can just wait for me. The timing of situation seemed weird. I met up with Max Ginefri, to which he then walked away to find someone else. A few moments later, a couple of guys rushed up and demanded I stop recording. After those guys leave, Max comes back and says the other influencers don't want you recording. The timing is suspicious in my opinion. And I will highlight as well, Max claimed later that he did not know those guys at all. The other influencers are claiming that they do not want to be recorded. There was kind of a good reason for them not wanting to be recorded. Max claimed that they are what's known as faceless influencers. They want to remain anonymous. They only post content and they keep their face offline. Okay, I can moderately respect that opinion. But this is what doesn't make sense to me. This event is hosted by WhiteRock, not those influencers. Why are those influencers telling the company that's hosting the event what that company can do and cannot do? I'm also an influencer at this event and I want to record. Why aren't they telling the other influencers that I want to record and that's going to be allowed? Why is the finger being shaken one way and not the other way? Why are they allowed to dictate how their events are being handled and what's allowed and what's not? So this other influencer or these other influencers can just tell WhiteRock how to run their event? What if WhiteRock wanted to have a planned live stream for the event to do publicity or use the yacht party for a commercial? What would these other influencers have done? You see how when you start to think about this situation in the right light, it doesn't make any sense at all. But what is known about WhiteRock is that there are lots of community concerns that they have undoxed developers or undisclosed developers who have been previously worked on scam projects. And these secret developers are behind controlling their liquidity, their smart contracts, and their social media accounts. You know, the pro WhiteRock social media accounts. So what seems most likely? That these guys are just showed up willy-nilly to some event that they were invited to and they're telling WhiteRock how to run their event? Or do these guys work for WhiteRock and are they the developers? And do they run their social media accounts and they don't want to be doxxed? Granted, this is still speculation. Once we consider this possibility, now all of the things that weren't making sense before suddenly are making sense. Especially the over-aggressive and hostile need to be anonymous. At this point, I was frustrated and I decided I did not want to go on the yacht party. I was really only there to meet the team and ask my questions, but the yacht was an optional in my mind, the yacht party. It became weird and uncomfortable when after this whole thing happened, but Max and them were very insistent on me going on the yacht, which also seemed, why so pushy? It's just a party for the influencers, one that can't even be recorded. I was getting this feeling that they needed me on the yacht as opposed to wanting me on the yacht, which also made me feel uncomfortable. But I didn't feel like going on the yacht now. I'm not gonna lie. I told Max politely, I appreciated the offer, but I wasn't comfortable now. And I didn't want to be in a scenario where I was already frustrated and didn't like the other people that were going. And the guy who stared daggers into me, whilst I stared daggers into him, we were sharing a violent vibe. Now I need to go get stuck in a box with that guy on water with alcohol, possibly drugs involved. That, in my mind, is a bad scenario. Once I'm on that boat, I can't leave. So in general, I didn't like the idea of being stuck out in the middle of the ocean with these types of people. Now, what do I mean by these type of people? Let me give you a snapshot of my mentality in that moment. I was compiling everything I knew about everybody up until that point. Young, possibly and most likely immature, party mentality focused, evasive. And now that I got to meet some of their anonymous employees, I was associating the WhiteRock team with terms like highly aggressive and narcissistic. But the narcissistic phrase is key because I realized at that moment that is exactly how WhiteRock has been run so far. Narcissistically. They avoid any accountability, never admit to any wrongdoing, point fingers and blame everyone else for what they are doing wrong. That's when it hit me. I immediately realized if I was a young, immature group of narcissists running a scam company, how would I convince everyone we are not a scam? Well, that's an easy answer because narcissists never take accountability and always blame others. So I'm here with other influencers. They need me to get on this boat. I figured what they are probably going to do on this yacht is try to put on some show to pretend the company is the victim of what you ask? Corporate sabotage. Things like paid bot accounts to attack the company, fake social media accounts, things that are anti-WhiteRock. They are not a scam. They are a victim of negative targeted publicity because that's what narcissists do. They don't take accountability. They blame others. After I left, I went to the Dubai Mall and I checked out their aquarium, which was amazing. You have no clue how big the Dubai Mall is. Then I went back to my hotel to get some sleep. But the next day, that's when I get to meet the team and ask them all my questions that I prepared. This is why I was here anyway, not for some party. Hopefully, it worked out good. Is there anybody else here but us right now?
Right now, no. Everyone's out in the event or still recovering from from our event yesterday.
From the event yesterday.
Yeah, right now it's kind of...
Everybody else is gone, and Maxime.
No, but obviously we had our party yesterday, didn't we? So everybody is a bit.
Yeah.
It's a real shame that you weren't able to.
They rugged this interview. No, come on.
You guys need to support me. There's two things you can do. You can buy something from my shop or leave me a bunch of likes. And if you buy something from my shop, you can get the Arculus wallet, which is a great deal. Or you can get one of these Dubai chocolate bars, which I have linked up in my profile. Leave me a like, comment, get yourself an Arculus wallet, because trust me, it's the best one on TikTok. All the other cold storage wallets are being sold by third-party sellers. That one I verified is being sold from the manufacturer. It's the safest cold storage wallet on TikTok. Wealth, love, and authenticity to you all.